Hey everybody, and welcome to the Volume 1, very first ever Allie and Daddy Chronicle. And we're so glad you stopped by and had a chance to meet the star of the show, who's about to fall asleep right now. But making her debut appearance right here today is Miss Allison Grace Roberts. And we call her Allie for short. So these are the Allie and Daddy Chronicles. And if you are a fan of the Ava and Daddy Chronicles, we're going to have more of those also. But if you are a fan, you know that Ava has a head full of red hair. Well, Allie, as you can see, her hair is just as dark as Ava's is red. And her mom and I thought she'd probably have dark hair. And we were right this time. We thought the same thing with Ava, and we were pleasantly surprised that her hair was red when she was born. And so now we've got a red head and a brunette. So I've got my hands full double. I've got a house full of girls. I've got a red head and a brunette. And Ava's eyes, you guys probably have noticed, are a bright blue. And Allie's eyes, before she closes them here, because it's almost nap time, let me give you a chance to see her eyes. Hey, look up here. Look up here and see all these people looking at you. They've come to see you today. Her eyes, let's see if she'll cooperate with us. There we go. Her eyes are blue also, but if you can tell through the computer screen, they're a darker blue, almost have kind of a hazel tint. And while she's here, take a look at all that hair, all that dark hair. And her little head was the first thing that we saw, of course, and I almost thought she was Chinese until I saw the rest of her and saw how much she looks like her big sister, apart from the hair color. So, anyway, she's about to go to sleep and might not last much longer. But we're so glad you guys stopped by to see her. And we're going to have plenty more Chronicles. We're going to have more Ava and Daddy Chronicles. We're going to have more Allie and Daddy Chronicles. And we're going to try to do some Ava and Allie and Daddy Chronicles. And have them both on here at the same time. So we'll see how that goes. Now, before you guys leave, let me tell you real quickly why we decided on the name Allison Grace. Because we had planned, up until the time that she was born, to call her Allie Elise. That's a very pretty name, and we still like that name. But when we held her for the first time, for some reason, Elise just didn't seem to fit anymore. And we may save that name and use it again later, but Grace just seemed to fit much more with Allie. And Nicole especially liked the way Allison Grace sounded, and so her name is Allison Grace Roberts, and we'll call her Allie for short. And one reason we chose the name Grace, as you guys may know, Ava was born via emergency C-section about 6 weeks early. And a lot of hospitals these days don't encourage you to try to have a natural delivery after a C-section. But thankfully, the hospital we go to is very supportive. And they told us, you guys do whatever you feel is best. We'll support you the whole way. And so we decided to try to have Allie naturally, in spite of the fact that Ava had come via C-section. And it all went really well. And Nicole's water broke about 11:30 one night, and we labored all night long, or Nicole labored all night long, if she might want to add. And about 9 the next morning, Allie stopped moving. She just quit coming out. And she was doing fine, but she just decided to stay in a little bit longer. And so the doctors told us that if she didn't move some more within the hour, we'd have to decide between either a second C-section or else we'd have to give Nicole Pitocin to help speed the labor along. Well, we didn't really want to do either one of those things, and we would have if we would have had to, but we decided to pray and ask the Lord to speed things along and ask Him to just give Allie the little boost she needed to get out. And so we prayed and asked a lot of friends to pray with us, and within 45 minutes, Nicole went from being dilated 5 centimeters to being dilated 10 centimeters, and Allie's head was that close to popping out. And so the doctors and our midwife were all just surprised and amazed. And we were very happy. The Lord answered our prayer for sure. And so we felt like Grace was the most fitting name for Allie. So Allison Grace Roberts will be 2 weeks old tomorrow. So you guys have gotten to see her almost brand spanking new. And so I'm glad you stopped by. She's about to go to sleep, so I better be quiet here. And you guys stay tuned for more updates later. We appreciate you guys dropping in to see us, and we'll see you again soon. Say bye-bye. You guys come back and see us again.